This is episode 2 of building an AI SaaS startup called Channel Farm. The goal is to turn anyone into a YouTube creator with AI. In this video, I'm going to go over the whole blueprint for what tools we're going to use to how the platform is actually going to generate long form videos. Let's get into it. So in our last episode, we did not yet have a name. And after doing some research online, figuring out some ideas, talking about AI, I came up with the idea of Channel Farm. I was super happy with it. I'm surprised that it was actually available. It was like $7 for the domain, channel.farm. Super, super cool. I love the idea. It fits it very well. It only took me like 20 minutes to figure out. Very, very happy to hear how this went. I spent a lot longer trying to figure out names for other systems in the past. But let's start off with what it is that we're producing. So as you can see here, this is an example I have Key. So I'll go on YouTube and I'll show you guys Key. And this is a platform where they have fully automated videos already done. And as you can see, they're making really good money as well. We have $4,000 to $13,000 per month in recurring monthly earnings just from this YouTube channel. And as you can see here, we can see they're getting quite a few views still. You know, some of these ones are a little bit lower as they're older, but still, you know, 4 views per hour, 2 views per hour. They're a couple thousand views. And obviously the new one's more, 47 views per hour. And they have some really popular ones as well. Yeah, 4 million views per hour and still getting 252 views. So they uploaded this 5 months ago, and this is still going to be generating them money every single day. YouTube, you get paid based off of your views per 1,000 views. So this is generating 252 views per hour. Just this one video alone, 252. Let's do the math here. 252 times 24 when you average a day, so you have 6,048 views per day. And if you get paid per 1,000 views, that's roughly 6 times you're getting paid. And this video here, I'm not sure what this niche gets or what this channel gets based on their CPM. It's dependent on who's watching your video as well as what type of content you're posting. But let's say it's around $5. So 5 times 6, that's $30 a day for this one video every single day. And they literally have to do nothing. So it's super cool what you can do with the power of fully automated channels. And as you can see, we can watch this video here real quick.
Here's how I access our...
And this is a very easy to generate video with AI. Now this ad is gonna, here we go. See here, play
No
audio.
Too fast. And today we're going deep inside the psychology of that child.
Simple video. There are other videos look better than this now, but these are very, very basic.
Symptoms become more.
They have a little tiny animation too, but this whole thing can be fully automated with AI. And I'll show you some of their newer ones as they look a little bit better. As you can see, they have a style to them. They have a little video effect, and they have the text on screen that's popping up, the colors. This whole thing is fully able to be automated. I've actually built systems like this already using HandyDem, but now we're just turning into a SaaS platform so that anybody can use it and it can be a lot more affordable. So who it is that we're selling to. So first off, we have people who want to share their ideas, but they don't want to show their face because that's a really big thing. A lot of people don't want to go online and show their face online. They'd rather just make content behind someone else or make content with a faceless channel. People who don't know how to make content, that's another barrier to entry. You know, editing videos is a skill and it's not the most complicated thing, but it's also not the easiest thing. And obviously if you're not very good at editing videos, then they're not going to look as good either. So to be able to fully automate that process is going to help people. And people who don't have the time to make content. It takes a lot of time to make content. Even these automated videos, if I were to make a automated video, so if I were to make a video like this Key one, but do it manually, this would take me a long time. I had to generate all the images. I had to generate the script. I had to generate the voiceover. I had to record it myself, or even using an AI to say the script. Either way, it's gonna take a lot of time. So this is really gonna save a ton of time for people who wanna have their ideas out there, want to create a channel and don't have the time to do so. And the third, the fourth category, really kind of like the second category of people who want to make money on YouTube. So obviously these can go hand in hand as well. There's going to be a mix of these people, but these are kind of the main ICP of this platform. So what tools am I going to use to build this? So pretty straightforward. NCA is going to be the backend for a lot of this. Obviously we could code this into the website manually, but I personally think that's a lot harder. N8N is really good. I've used it a lot. I've also built this exact system using N8N, but using things like Airtable for the actual database of it. This time we're not going to use Airtable, so it is going to be a lot more complicated this time because it is a SaaS product, whereas before building this out for one person is much, much more simple. You know, you just have their account to worry about, their system to worry about. You don't need to worry about having extra users, login systems. Basically, the whole database system is what's going to make this a lot more complicated. But nonetheless, we're going to use Bolt.new to build out the front end. That's going to be like the first section. I may switch it actually. I'm going to see. You'll see in the next video where I decide to use, but probably going to use Bolt.new just to build out like the framework of the database and build the framework of the actual website itself, the landing page, that sort of thing. And then we'll take that and actually bring that into Cursor. And Cursor will be the place where we really are making a lot of the edits to the website and where we're really, you know, pushing new updates to the database and also to the GitHub repository where we're going to host the website. Next up is Google Gems. So I'll show you here. I actually built out a little custom gem for this whole project. So we have a long form YouTube SaaS platform. So as you can see here, we can click on this and edit. I'll show you guys what's inside. So it's pretty simple, but basically you can use any platform as well if you wanted to do the same sort of thing. I just told it like what the project is, what we're going to be doing, gave it a little bit of instructions here. Basically just told it to use information from Alex Hormozy and Alex Becker, I believe, or maybe it was just Alex. Yeah, Alex Becker. Basically, he has a bunch of content about building SaaS platforms, about business, about psychology, all kinds of things like that. So what I did is I added a tool down here, which is a Notebook LM. So I went to Notebook LM, and we can try log in. This is the wrong one. Then, as you can see here, we have Alex Becker Business Insights. So what I did, I just went through his YouTube channel and I picked out a whole bunch of videos that some of them I've already watched, some of them I haven't, but the ones that I thought would be useful for this project, and then put them into this Notebook LM and then gave the Notebook LM to our Google Gem. So now when we ask questions to this Google Gem, it can pull information and ideas and references from these YouTube videos. And then I also have a books one where I have a bunch of books that are helpful on business, psychology, all kinds of things. And that can be another resource that it can use if it needs to help answer questions. Next up is the Google API. So this may change in the future, but the way that we have it set up right now, or the way that I'm going to set it up initially, is to use the Google API for image generation. Now the reason I'm going to do this with Google API is because it's the easiest to set up. Maybe not the easiest, but it's one of the easier ways. In the future, what I think I will do is run my own server that has something like Comfy UI installed on it, which allows us to run a local AI model on top of it. And then we can create images for free. We're only paying for the cost of the GPUs that we're using. So that will be something down the road, and that will be make the project a lot bigger, but it will save a lot of money in terms of image generation. So that's something to look out for in the future. That'll be another addition. And then the last thing here, we have the NCA Toolkit. So there's a guy on YouTube, Stephen Pope, I believe is his name. And he's got a open source software that you can install onto your own system. And it basically allows you to do all kinds of video editing, picture editing, adding audio, adding video. Basically, it's using FFmpeg on the server, and it just allows you to make these edits and change things around super easily. So we're going to be using that as our image editing server. Now, next up is how is this going to make money? So this part I'm not 100% sure on what I'm going to do yet. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think is best. But I'm going to be charging some kind of a monthly subscription. Now, I'm thinking either it's going to be a cost per minute of video generated, maybe 50 cents, $1, not sure. Or it could be a fully credit-based system. This would mean it may cost more for the user depending on how they use it, but everything is going to cost me money because we're going to be using AI. So generating the scripts, generating the images, generating the image prompts, using the server compute, all that is going to cost money. So everything could have a credit based, a credit attached to it, like a credit amount. Generating a script could cost 5 credits or 10 credits. An image could cost 50 credits, whatever it is. And then that would just pull from your credit. Or we do a cost per number of videos generated, and each video has a set time frame of maybe 8 to 12 minutes. And each video, maybe if you have a $40 a month plan, you get 4 videos a month or something along those lines. Not really sure. There's also a couple other ways I can structure this, but you guys let me know below what you think would be the best way to have a structure for this payment, and we'll continue to figure that out. Next up is how are we going to get users? So this video right here, this is one of the ways I'm going to try and get users, starting with 5 members from my school community. So if you guys want to join the school community, I'll have a link below. I have almost 700 people in there now, and I'm going to be choosing 5 people to work with, where all I got to do is pay for cost of the API credits, and then I'm going to cover the cost of everything else. And they can use the system for completely free and generate as many videos as they want. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to learn what people want, what the customer wants to see, what kind of improvements they want, what kind of features they want, what they do like, what they don't like, and just improve it with those 5 people and just make it a really, really, really good product. And then once that happens, and once the product is really good, then I can sell it to more people and actually start making money for it. The next way, so that's kind of like the first stage of things. And then after that, we're going to post on my personal social media accounts, which I've already been doing, and show the building process. So again, that's what I'm doing right now. What I think I'm also going to do is set up a waiting list page on the website, because I assume as this goes on and these videos get views, people will want to sign up for the waiting list. And if there's no waiting list, then they can't do that. So we'll make a website, we'll make the homepage have a waiting list available. And then once we've done that and we kind of built up some of the initial users and the system is working well, then I'm gonna start reaching out to influencers, social media, and pay them to promote the product, maybe do some affiliate marketing, and then running paid ads. I think all those are really helpful and really help scale the business. Obviously that's a very basic understanding, but that's gonna be the main idea of what we're gonna do. So now, how is the user flow going to work? So I kept this quite simple, but we're gonna have the login. So you come in, once you already have an account, you log in, you set the account theme, visual style, font, colors, voice, etc. Then you go to input the full script or a video idea. So either one, if you don't want to write the script yourself, or maybe you want to use ChatGPT to write it, and then you want to paste it in, or you just want to have the built-in AI system help write the script for you. Anyway, it works. Next up, we're going to have the actual AI generating the video. And then once that's done, the video is available for preview and then also available for download. Now, what will the steps be to build? So this is where we're going to get a little more technical and kind of go over the actual building, the process of building the system. This is what the next video is going to be about, is the website development. So like I said, we're going to have a homepage with the waiting list. That's going to be the first thing that I build, because I want to start gathering people for that waiting list. So if any of you guys want to hop on there, I would highly recommend it. Also, like I said, if you want to join a school community, be one of those 5 people who are the ones to actually test out the product with me, you can do that as well. The login page will be the next system, basically just having a system where a page where people can log in or register. The register obviously is going to be linked to a payment. This won't be live, obviously. The user dashboard we're going to need, so a section where the user can log in, they can see, their dashboard, they can see what previous videos that have been generated, their accessibility to go to settings, the theme page, the generate page. So these are basically all going to be within the dashboard. You can select any of these, and this will allow the user to kind of navigate around and do whatever they need to do in the system. Now, the database, this is a rough idea of kind of how it's going to be built out. So I want to make this very structured. Like I said, Airtable is very, very simple. We don't need all this stuff, but because this is going to be an actual SaaS platform, it's going to be a lot more complicated. We're going to have a lot of tables, a lot of fields, and this is basically how I have currently mapped it out. This probably will evolve as time goes on. So we have the user table. So this is basically storing all the information of the user. We have the videos table. So this is storing all the info of the actual videos themselves, depending on the stats that they're in, the IDs, created that, uploaded that. The video scripts table. So this is the actual text that's being spoken during the video. We then have the voiceovers table. So this is going to be the actual voiceover file that has been generated from the script and then put and overlaid on the video. We have the images table. So this is going to be the actual image that has been created again from the script with the AI. And then we have the user preferences table, basically setting up the user preferences, what they want on their videos, how they want it to look. We have the API usage, so that's just tracking everything, so we know how much everything's costing. And then, yeah, that's pretty much the database. So then we have the actual video generation system. So this is going to be how we're going to build it out. This I've already basically built out actually a couple times, so this part isn't going to be too complicated. The more complicated part of it is going to be connecting it to the database. That's going to be a little bit more tricky, but a challenge I am ready to embark on. So first off, we're going to have creating the video editing server. So the NCA Toolkit, like I was saying before, that's what we're going to use to do the video editing. We're going to host that on DigitalOcean. It's going to cost around $50 per month to do that. And that's going to give us not unlimited video edits, but it's going to give us basically, as long as the server is up, we can be using it, and it's not going to cost us anything extra than $50 a month. The only thing is that we can only do so many things at once. So as time goes on, we're going to have to scale that server up, but it'll be a good starting place. We'll just have some kind of a queue system for video and image generation, so that if multiple people are editing a video once, it doesn't crash the server. A basic automation to create a long form video. So yeah, this is going to be, like I said, basic. We want to keep it simple. We don't want to make it overcomplicated for now. Just make sure it works, really get these good high quality videos out, and that's really it. So different variables we're going to have is the voiceover ID, the image prompt theme, the font, the color. So when we're actually building out the database, these are the things that the user can swap in, swap out. We have generating the voiceover based on the input idea, kind of like I was touching on before. We have creating the SRT file based on the script. We're then going to parse that script into smaller segments. We're then going to take those segments and give them to another AI model to generate an image prompt based on them. We're then going to generate the actual images based on those prompts, turn those images into videos. Basically just, we're going to have to map out how long each clip needs to be, and then apply that to the video. And then we got a nice little zoom feature, so it looks a little bit nicer. We're then going to combine all the video files into one video. We're then going to overlay the voiceover on top of that main video. We also, well, this will be here, the generating the voiceover. We're going to overlay that. And then we're going to overlay a music file if the user wants. So that'll be another thing that the user can select which music file they want, or maybe we'll allow them to upload their own. I'm not sure exactly. We'll figure it out. There's a lot of things that I really just don't know the best way to set it up at the moment. But again, that's why I want to have those 5 test users that I'm going to work with to go over and see, hey, what do you guys like the best? What do you want me to change? What do you want me to add? What do you want me to take away? And yeah. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'm really excited to build this out. I think it's really cool having you guys build it with me and follow along the journey. So yeah, I'll see you guys in episode 3, and we're going to get right into the actual building of this platform. Peace out.